thank you guys for coming out, right? It says a lot when you have military and civilians. Most of us don't even know each other, right? We came out because this means a lot to us. This could have been anybody here in the group, right? So one, this is something that probably could have been avoided, right? Look at the situation at hand, right? If you can get away, right? Two, be aware of your surroundings, right? We got friends that drive cars and they know us. They look out for us because of us. We got to put that word out, right? On Tuesday, I know we got some folks that's going to go to the courtroom. If you like to show your support, that's one of the best ways to do it, right? We're all here right now because of these guys right here, right? There are a lot of people that are not here because they're grieving. Condolences and prayers to the family for this loss. You can replace a bike, but you cannot replace a life. Right?
You guys, I just want to say, for those of you who serve, we greatly appreciate you, and Zach would have loved to continue serving. And I want to say to all you guys who didn't know him, thank you so much on behalf of his friends and family, because he was an awesome guy. There's no words to describe how great he was. And we're just amazed and just so appreciative that you guys are all here, and just so blessed. But thank you so much.
What's going on, guys? Today's video, I'm a bit conflicted that I was even gonna make, mainly because I just don't want to get my opinion misconstrued. If you're not aware, in San Diego we've had some recent incidents where a Navy sailor of 20 years, Zachary Buob is I think is pronounced. He was in a recent motorcycle accident, and I use the term motorcycle accident extremely loosely, as it really wasn't a motorcycle accident. From what I can tell, it was more murder than anything. And the only reason I'm really making this is to hopefully, get someone to think of their actions before they do something, however minor that it may be, and possibly avoid someone else losing their life. So most of my viewers probably have already seen things like this happen, or have been, maybe around it. But if any of you haven't, I really would like to give you some advice. And it's real simple. No matter how bad or what someone has done to you while you're riding, whether they cut you off, or they flip you off, or they do something like that, before you react, just take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to think of what you are about to do. Pay attention to your surroundings. Take that into account, because that's going to play a part. So, to give you some story of what happened, he was apparently in some sort of confrontation. No one really knows what started it, but apparently he was in some sort of confrontation, and while lane splitting, he nodded his head, what the fuck, or no, or I don't know what it was, but something similar to that. And she didn't take too kindly to that and tried to sideswipe him. And from that, he kicked her door, if I'm understanding correctly, and then, sped up. And she decided to follow him and basically ride his ass. And then rear-ended him and ran him over. And he died from that. And, I didn't know him. I've never met him. I don't even know anybody that knows him personally. But, there's a few things that we have in common. Number one is, obviously we ride a motorcycle. And anytime there's someone that goes down, especially like this, it kind of affects me. Number two, he was literally about 10 minutes from my house. And thinking back on my actions that I've taken, you know, because I don't know anybody just innocent of flipping someone off or, you know, giving someone a like, what the fuck are you doing? The head, you know, just even nodding your head, you know, like, what are you doing? Kind of thing. That could have been me just as easily as it was him, you know. And that's what really kind of gets me, because I know I've been guilty of flipping someone off. I've been guilty, you know. And you know what gets me, and it really pisses me off, is from what I'm reading, he didn't even flip her off. He just shook his head like, what the fuck are you doing? And this fucking, this woman, and there's other words that I really, really want to use. But at the same time, I don't want to, I don't know. And my mind is kind of cloudy, and I'm really trying to just focus on my topic and what, you know, my message that I want to portray to you guys. And that is, you know, before you take any action, whatever it is. I mean, as you can see, something so minor as a head, like, saying no, flipped this lady off and flipped her switch. And maybe there's mental issues there, but just think about what you're about to do before you do it. Even if it's just for like 5-10 seconds, at least give yourself that time, you know, to look at your surroundings. So maybe if there wasn't traffic and he did this, he could have taken off, you know, lane split it, you know, and got away, and this wouldn't have happened. Maybe if he didn't kick her door panel, that head nod would have been it. You know, that would have been it. She would have done a little swerve. He would have said, you know, fuck that bitch, took off, and he would maybe still be alive. You never know. I just think it is definitely possible that it could have been avoided. Yeah, your ego would have taken a hit, and you would have been angry, but you would have been alive. And I'm really not putting the blame on him. Absolutely. I want to make sure you guys are clear. I'm not putting the blame on him. I'm just saying that he could have possibly avoided the situation by doing, you know, by just ignoring it. And I don't know how I would have reacted in that situation. If someone tries to sideswipe me, you know, I don't know what, I probably, to be honest, I might have done something like that. And that's kind of scary, you know, and that's why I'm trying to say, take a few seconds to look at your surroundings and your environment. If you were lane splitting, maybe you could have got away, no issue. If it's just me in this car, for example, on this stretch of highway, and you can see there's nowhere I can go, then maybe you fucking haul ass and speed out, or slow down and let them pass you. But you wouldn't want to kick the door. And I don't know what the situation was. All I'm trying to convey is, take a moment, think about what you are about to do. 10 seconds, please, and think about it, and what the possible outcomes can be. You know, whether it's worth doing it or not. That's all I'm asking. Like I said, I've been guilty of flipping people off, and definitely doing what he supposedly did was just, you know, a simple, like, what the fuck are you doing, kind of, you know, nod. Which, it's just so hard to fathom that someone can take that to that fucking extreme, that they would murder somebody. So, my heart goes out to his family, and my prayers go with you. Tomorrow, there's actually going to be a rally in his honor at the courthouse to show support, and I'm really going to try to show up. I have to work, but I'm going to try to just show up, at least just take off for a little bit and be there. There was some video, there was a ride that I didn't know about, or I would have gone this weekend. I had no idea what was happening, or I'm sure I would have been there. And I'm trying to get some video from it. There was very good, there was another lady, or another person that took the video of a speech before the ride that I really want to show you guys, from some servicemen that were talking about it. And I believe his family was there as well. And they, you know, I really, if I can get it, you're going to see it come in right after this. And I wish I could do more, it's such a heartache to hear shit like this happen. And if you knew him, I'm sorry for your loss. I truly am, from the bottom of my heart. And, you know, I don't know what else I can do. But hopefully someone takes this advice and maybe in the future something happens and you're able to apply at least 10 seconds of thinking of your actions before you do it, whatever it is, and go from there. You know, and this doesn't happen.